Welcome to Lesson Launchpad. This is a quick video to get you started on the right track. First, if you're not sure if you selected the right scheduling options, you can change them later here on the Settings page. The screen you'll see after clicking the Finish button is called the Present screen. Each class in Lesson Launchpad has its own version of the Present screen, and this is where you are going to present your lesson content. In this sample class, you'll see three boxes called content boxes and a scrolling marquee and clock at the top. If you don't want the marquee or clock, you can disable those features. When you hover over a content box, you'll see a little drop-down button appear in the top right. This is where you can access the options for each box type. Some box types have more options than others. Here on the right is a multi-box, which is special because it's a content box that contains two other content boxes. When you hover over it, you'll get several drop-downs. One on the left that controls the multi-box, and then drop-downs for each of the content boxes within the multi-box on the right. You will also see a button when you hover over the marquee or the clock. The marquee button takes you to a screen where you can edit the content of the marquee, and the clock button allows you to edit the various clock options. Content boxes can be resized by clicking and dragging the space between two boxes. You can add new content boxes by clicking the Launch button and then clicking Add Content Box. You'll see there are a few more options in the Launch button. There's a selection of tools and widgets you can use to help run your class. Some of them can be opened with a hotkey on your keyboard. The timer, for example, can be opened by pressing a number key 1 through 0. So if I'm on the Present screen and press the 2 key on my keyboard, a 2-minute timer will automatically pop up and start counting down. Along the bottom of the screen, you can see tabs for each content box. You can press the arrow keys to move boxes left or right on the screen. You can also click in the middle of a tab to toggle a box from viewable to hidden. In the bottom right-hand corner, you'll see a date picker. This can be used to change the active date of Lesson Launchpad. Each content box and marquee item can be assigned an active date, and that content will appear on your Present screen on that day. To see this in action, I've created an empty class. If you see the No Content Scheduled message on the screen, it's because either you haven't created any content for a class, or the content you have created doesn't have an active date that aligns with the currently selected date in the date picker. If we add a content box, it will be created with an active date of whatever date is currently selected in the Active Dates date picker. I'm going to write Saturday in this box because that's what today is. So now, if I change the active date to Sunday, July 29th, you'll see that that content box has gone away because it was assigned an active date of July 28th when it was created. Now I can add another box for Sunday, July 29th, and we'll type Sunday in this one. So now you can see when I toggle back and forth between those 2 days, the content is changing. There are 2 ways you can change the active date for a content box. Each content box will have a Set Active Dates button in its Options drop-down. You'll see you can set a custom date range by choosing a start and end date, a preset range of dates, or have the box set to show up every Monday, or Monday and Tuesday, etc. So, if I set the end date to Tuesday, July 1st, this box will now appear today, tomorrow, Monday, and Tuesday, and then it will go away on Wednesday. You can also change the active dates for a content box from the content box's storage window. To access this, click the Launch button, then View Storage. You'll see your boxes divided between the Active Boxes section and the Boxes Storage section. There's a date picker at the top that allows you to move through different dates to see your lesson content scheduled for that date. As you change the date, the content that appears in each section will change to match the selected date. To change a box's active dates, you can click on the Set Active Dates button. You can accomplish other important functions from this window, such as copying boxes, deleting boxes, and adding tags to help organize your content. You can perform these tasks to individual boxes by selecting the corresponding button in the Actions column, or by selecting multiple boxes at one time using the checkboxes on the far left. To add a class or set up one of Lesson Launchpad's automation features, navigate to the Add Edit screen. At the top, you'll see the Classes table with the sample class listed. For more information about how to add a class and the various options, you can click the question mark button. You'll find these buttons in quite a few places in Lesson Launchpad. For example, the other tables on this page. You can click those to learn more about how to set up each of the automation features in Lesson Launchpad. You can also learn more about the various parts of Lesson Launchpad by navigating to the FAQ page. Okay, that's a very quick introduction to Lesson Launchpad. Click the Finish button to get started.